AFN Bavaria, Radio News. I'm Army Sergeant Margaret Gabriel. According to the U.S. Army, the National Guard response to the coronavirus has hit historic proportions. Army Master Sergeant Erick Ritterby has the details.
The chief of the National Guard Bureau says a historic pandemic requires a historic response.
It's like we have 54 separate hurricanes in every state, territory, and the District of Columbia. Some are Category 5, some are Category 3s, some are Category 1s. Unlike a hurricane, we don't know when this is going to dissipate or move out to sea.
Air Force General Joseph Lengel says more than 8,000 guardsmen are now mobilized in all 50 states and territories, including Washington, D.C. Guard troops in New York, California, and Washington State are now on Title 32 status, which equals federal funding.
U.S. soldiers preparing for a move can now request to extend for extra time at their current home station. Army Private First Class Kylie Bowling has more.
The coronavirus is changing things by the day. The Army says soldiers who are scheduled to move can now request to stay where they are for up to a year. This is for soldiers who anticipate they will face a hardship if they move during this time. The Army's top personnel officer, Lieutenant General Thomas Siemens, says not all soldiers will be approved if requested, especially people who are mission essential.
Army recruiting stations may have briefly closed their doors, but raising one's right hand to enlist is a mouse click away. Army Staff Sergeant Stephen Dornbos reports.
U.S. Army recruiters started using virtual tools in the midst of limited operations due to the novel coronavirus. Major General Frank Muth, Commanding General of the U.S. Army Recruiting Command, says recruiters will use social media, text messaging, video chats, and even online gaming. General Muth adds this step is necessary for the health and safety of our forces and those around them.
I'm Army Sergeant Margaret Gabriel, AFN Bavaria, Radio News.